keep an eye on them. Yeah, remember all our Negroes around here was out there in Gaithersburg. And I told one of the most famous Negro of that day, just imagine the Adhan being called in the Southeast. He just looked at me and said, what does the Adhan being called in the Southeast have to do with me? And they're supposedly part and parcel of Islamic movement in America. And they're not thinking strategic. They come from the Southeast. Why would I want to go back there? Well, go wherever you can, wherever Islam has a chance to flourish, that's where you go. They wasn't thinking about it. They wasn't thinking about it like that. And any trouble or hassle we get into, they don't come around. They don't say nothing. They'll be right in the line. Hashimi, Hashimi, Marzia, Hashimi. When Marzia took Shahada in our Masjid al-Islam in 1982, I said, there's a policewoman there. We at the game already as a policewoman. We had a program at the university, Zahra or something. And she said, I took my Shahada in Imam Musa's Masjid. I said, yeah, it was 1982. We were just on the stage. I said, yeah, it was 1982. And I said, yeah, that's not all I remember. Yeah, I remember that every time we get in hot water, there ain't nobody around but us. Yeah. And whether it's Crescent, how is it that everybody else is hooked up with each other and we're the only ones been handling everything and analyzing it correctly, and we're on the outs, right? That's ridiculous. It don't make sense. And it's not with them. It's with everybody. How is it that there's nobody in the United States or anywhere else right now on our team? How is it the South Africans, right? As soon as Dr. Kaleem Siddiqui say what he say, and we tell them, don't worry about the ANC. You ain't gonna get no 5 million homes from the ANC. You can forget that, right? And this is a zillion years later, and they ain't got but 3 or 4 homes built. And the ANC, it doesn't run everybody out. I'm just telling them, there's certain gifts. These gifts, they can improve, but you have to have a certain behavior to approve them. Because not only things come together from your recent past and your recent future is looming, but all that stuff from the whole ancient past that people had forgot about, and it falls right into place. Oh, there they go. That's what's happened. That's the value of longevity and strategic long-range planning. And that's what our brothers never had. They never had a chance. Hey man, the way they did our brothers, they never had a chance. It's just like what you were saying about your parents and people, and they didn't know it. You had to come here to find out, man. And if what we saying is half, just say 25% true, they didn't know what they was up against. They didn't know. And they trying to keep it that way. Black lives matter. What you mean Black Lives Matter? Y'all is crazy. What they said on TV, on the radio yesterday, it might have been theirs, Black Lives Matter have come up with solutions and demands. That's right, demands. They know what they want now. You didn't know what you want, you had 700 million people walking out in the street, and you ain't got enough sense to say, what does that nigga, what he say, have to do with Jews, and why should we change our subject from Black Lives Matter to Jews? And why can LGBT people, they're all over the TV, they get everything that they want now. And they've been doing it for a couple of years. Now, if you say something about them, it's haram. Boys and girls getting married to each other is halal for them, right? And niggas ain't got no freedom now, and they've been here all the time. and they used all of our stuff, and then they lied. All that stuff they talk about, Stonewall and up in New York, where they had that first big, those was Negroes. Mostly Negroes. They started it, they took the brunt of it, and the Euros was, yeah, right? No, the Negroes, remember, it was a big lot of sissies. See, yeah, but see, in our neighborhood, the sissies were not like, well, the church people might, but all us went to jail. The sissies, if you was in a certain lifestyle, pimps and hustlers, the sissies is everywhere. Okay, well, we call them sissies. But it wasn't nothing like, you can't come in because you a sissy. Well, sisters might be having a thing. They had the Queen's Ball in Oakland. Queen's Ball at the Continental Club, the biggest shoot. Ike and Tina Turner would be there. Well, now it'd be just Tina if she still go. But I'm telling you, this was the biggest show, the Queen's Ball. So in the black neighborhood, it wasn't like, I don't know, whatever's wrong with them. Anyway, let's get on down here. Influence of moves on Negroes. Up front and out front, that's what we're going to be. Okay, we don't have the time to deal with family and family life, but family life is influenced by this, especially on my favor. The police meant to destroy my family life by taking care of my kids and send them off to the penitentiary. Only thing, that's not what happened. They went to the penitentiary, but they was in the penitentiary in the 80s and 90s, and even in the 2000s. How many black kids are there in their 50s? My oldest son is 55, my youngest 52, 50. Where are they now? You can't find nobody hardly during that age bracket. Younger kids, old folks like us, but you can't find a whole lot. They were destroyed, killed, all during the 80s, all during the 90s. If you was around here, remember all them signs, rest in peace? They was everywhere. D.C. would be, they would just, the year just ended, they would have had 450, and it was when it was D.C. was small, it ain't now all them buildings. And why murders pop up? Ain't hardly no murders going on in the country last year. And all of a sudden, as soon as we running all around, that niggas killing each other in Chicago, right? Just like that. Just, man, this is, and you can't get nobody there. I don't want to hear that, nigga. You step on my shoe, I'll kill you. The white man, he got a right to take me to jail and beat me upside the head. That's what they act like, right? I'm telling you, our people act like this. You have to have patience and love. No other way. You're not. Maybe you might come up with some grand strategic plan, but we done tricked the white man, and then we done told him, and we done tricked him. So we all not boxed in, but we have to play the truth card, the out front card. That's the strategy. Why? It's never been done before. Remember, whatever we do to get to where we got to go, ain't nobody showed us how to do it, right? This one is on us. We're going to do it this way. We're going to give it a try. If it don't work in 25 years, or if it don't work in 20 years, then we'll try something else. Love, patience, sticking with the people. All the people, they don't know it's an insult if a white boy takes shahada. They would think we was jealous. You're just jealous because, he has some spiritual gifts. And they always use that. They breathing heavy and hard and have spiritual gifts. And they love Imam. I said, so white folks love Imam Khomeini. That's great. That's great. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And you may be swinging on a rope with two twines in it with Imam Khomeini's picture. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. been holding on for a billion years. That's no, it's not important. You have to have patience, and you have to not hate those people. You have to love those same people, just like you have to love your people. This stuff we talking about, we've been doing it, and we getting response, and we're gonna do it bigger. Ain't nobody never tried this one. Well, Jesus said, forgive them, they don't know what they're doing. Lord, forgive them, they don't know what they do. But he didn't have an active plan. You know what I mean? And on this rock I build my church, Simon Peter, shoot. What the Bible say? When the rooster crowed 3 times, you're going to deny me, Peter. Isn't that what the Bible said? Or y'all ever heard that? Yeah, y'all became Muslims and you was born. So, see, you're not familiar with the poison book. That's what I tell the kids. No, not the poison book, but the certain books. But anyway, many of the great people, not only Mahatma Gandhi, Jesus Christ, but a lot of them adopted, Mother Teresa and all of them, they adopted things that was contradictory to what people really do in a day-to-day basis, right? So if everything that people already do don't work, try something different. And the most different thing that you can try is love, accountability, friendship with the Negro, the Arab, and everybody that slaps you in the face, give them a big hug, because that's what they're going to do, right? But it purifies your intention. You can't be doing it for money. You can't be doing it for the need. I need people to love me, right? You don't do it for that, because they're not going to do it. You don't have to worry. They ain't going to do it. I don't care whether you deserve it or not. Okay, so I don't overstate my welcome, but I'll follow up with the same program on Tuesday. We're going to get to yep. Najib Kabul and Mature. Cool. Manassas, police brutality, Black Lives Matter. Yeah, we done covered some of it. So, are any questions or comments? Any questions or comments? Would you turn the heater back on just for a second? Say that again.
Yeah, brother has said, I guess, see, I wish they put timestamps on when the comment was made on this particular lecture. In Tuesday's lecture, Islamic Revival, and the brother has said, I think he was talking about, maybe the topic was talking about just Islamic leadership not stepping up to the task and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the brother has said, also they refuse to submit to Quran and Sunnah. Many anti-hadith imams and followers, improper education deen-wise, and politics of Imam Warfi Muhammad.
The politics of Imam. Well, I had said quite a while back that maybe if I would have been where I am now, as far as psychologically and spiritually. I might not have even left the community then. But I did say Imam Wartadin Muhammad was a mujaddid, to take people to believe in the wonderful stuff I was just talking about, being beamed up on the spaceship. And the mothership is enough, that stuff. And then to get them around to the Quran and the Sunnah, he took care of his religious obligation. But his siyasa was lacking. Everybody that know Imam Wartadin Muhammad's siyasa, politics that is, was lacking balance and coordination. It was getting better. It was getting better. Like I showed you the picture, we was in Iran together. But anyway, I don't really know what they was aiming at, what they was saying. But in the long run, we congratulate Imam Wartadin Muhammad for what he did. But we're older too. We looked at Imam Muhammad almost like at Martin Luther King when we was younger. When we was older, Martin Luther King made sense. You know what I mean? But when we was younger, you think we would getting beat upside the head like old John Lewis and them? We figured they knocked all his brains out. Why they knock his brains out? Think about it. He knew what the FBI did to Dr. King and all his organization. So when John Lewis saw all that stuff happen to the Muslims, he ain't said a word. He kept hollering about America. Like he forgot all about what happened to them and how it built up. And Imam Jamil, he knows Imam Jamil. He wouldn't do nothing to get him. He just, anyway. So any more comments?
Yeah, so just a couple of comments that came on today's program, but bear with me, the grammar's not bad. The first comment was, Trinidad Imam said World War III has started. NATO is in peace of Syria. Teach on it, speak on it. Trinidad Imam said World War III.
Is he talking about, okay. He's talking, all right. Yeah. Okay. Tell them we get the code. Okay.